Do you think if you live someplace like this, like you get bored? Like you wake up every morning, what's the mountain doing today? Or you just get bored? It's like,
Today is the 9th day of our journey from Indiana to Seattle. We'll be attending a wedding at Mount Rainier and have plans to meet the wedding party there on Wednesday, and then the ceremony is scheduled for Thursday. We'll be arriving in the little town of Packwood just outside Rainier on Monday night, though, because I have a full day of work on Tuesday. We reserved an Airbnb for the 4 days that we'll be in Packwood. Today will be our longest day of driving, over 500 miles. We had packed up camp and started driving west before it was even daylight out. Our phones had somehow reset themselves to Indiana time, so we thought it was later than it actually was. Once we were up, though, we figured we might as well head out. We didn't start recording right away because it was still dark, but let me tell you, there are a lot of hazards on this scenic byway. The number of deer we saw standing in the middle of the road and the rock slides that had occurred overnight really surprised us. We even saw the truck that drives through pushing rocks off the road and over to the shoulder, something we don't have to worry about back home. By the time we were on the outskirts of Stanley, we decided it was light enough to start recording, but it looks like this may be a rough day. Yep, had to cut out a little dialogue there. After leaving Stanley, we headed into the Boise National Forest.
look at a whole bunch of them. It's okay. Decide where you're going to go. Okay, are you staying there? Not trying to scare ya. It's okay. Ski trails up a burned area.
We came across several of these burn areas from the previous year as we drove through Boise National Forest. We had seen some areas like this in Wyoming too, but out here it just had a really haunting feel. Yep, saw it right as you pointed. Multiple. Our morning was starting off cold, misty, and rainy. Turns out we were glad we had accidentally gotten up so early. A little after 7, we found a place to pull over and fix ourselves some breakfast. It was so quiet here. Only 1 or 2 cars passed the entire time we were here.
You able to find it?
Yeah, I found it. And then I kept looking for it.
I thought maybe you had given up.
No, I found it. Then I kept looking for it.
Oh, you're being serious.
Yes. I couldn't find the fucking jelly in the crate because I already got it out and put it on top of my lunchbox.
After some peanut butter and jelly, we were ready to continue on. This is another area that we put on our list to plan a future trip so we can come and really explore.
Boise County.
Please slow down even more.
Okay, I will. This is beautiful. Look at the pine trees.
As we came down out of the higher elevations, we drove through the fog and the mist.
Ooh, this is pretty. Look at the tunnel of pine trees. Lowman Community Church. Oh, so we're getting into Lowman.
Sign back there said, this is Wildlife Canyon Scenic Byway.
So keep eyes out for wildlife too, huh?
They're probably staying home. It's raining. It'll be a pain in the ass it is to dry a fur coat.
Wet fur smell for days.
Yeah.
Good coffee, babe.
Pedal.
What?
Painted on the end of that side of the wall. Pedal.
Oh. With a T or D?
D.
Oh.
You like to pedal your bike?
Yeah.
Mountain biking out here is a whole different sport than back home.
Oh, all these hardcore bike riders out here.
Idiots. Brain damage when they're young.
Hey, they're much healthier than we are.
But are they as happy as we are?
Maybe. Maybe happier. Who knows? Oh. Can't get 'em.
Touch nuts.
Ah.
They're awfully bent.
A bus.
Rafters.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh. Well, that's interesting.
That motorhome really was pulled up on the shoulder between the guardrail and the drop-off for the river below.
Park there, just kind of start rolling in the middle of the night.
Man.
Garden Valley Trail Rides.
Oh, so we've made it to Garden Valley now. There's half a tank still. St. Jude's Catholic Church.
School back that way. Big school.
Oh, big one, yeah. Well, in that Catholic church, I'm surprised it's, well, I guess maybe it's still too early. 8:16. Today is Sunday, right?
Yep.
Just a rafting place or something, yeah.
Idaho Whitewater Unlimited.
Cars down there. I don't think I'd want to be going rafting today, but I mean, what difference does it make, right?
Did you see it? On the right? We didn't until we watched the footage back. Gotta stay alert out here.
You want it?
Yep.
Fee parking area. Pay $3
Okay,
at fee station.
don't put it in park.
Don't?
Uh-uh.
Oh, because then
Then
we'd
we're
be
not parking.
parking. So basically, like everywhere in Idaho, you're just driving beside a river.
It appears.
Ooh, look at that.
The rain was supposed to taper off this morning, but as we got closer to Boise, it intensified.
So it is 9 o'clock here, right? Just 9 a.m., babe. Getting into the Boise suburbs.
We stopped to get gas and turned off the camera and forgot to turn it back on until we were a little ways into Oregon. Right after you cross the Snake River into Oregon, you pass by the little town of Ontario, which is home to my favorite YouTube channel, Garden Answer. I watch Laura every morning. So Tim kept teasing me, "Don't you want to stop and see Laura?" We did not stop, but the skies miraculously cleared after we passed through Ontario, and now we had amazing blue skies.
Look at all those colors. Look at that. The clouds, look at the shadows.
Is it the Columbia River?
No, I don't think it is. I think it is the Snake River. It's the dividing line between Oregon and Idaho.
Entering Pacific time zone, dear.
Oh, ooh. So now it is only 9:40.
After several hours of driving across the northeast corner of Oregon, we got our first glimpse of the Columbia River just outside the town of Boardman. We stopped at the Boardman rest area to take a few pictures. Interstate 84 runs right alongside the Columbia River from Boardman to Portland, which is about 160 miles. About half of that, from right about the Dalles to outside Portland, is the Columbia River Scenic area. There are an abundance of campgrounds in this area, so that was our plan for tonight. About 50 miles west of Boardman, we stopped and checked out the LePage Park, which is a federal park and campground at the confluence of the John Day River and the Columbia River. It was small but nice, but we decided we wanted to try to get a little closer to Portland.
National Scenic Area. So this is like the beginning, the Deschutes River. That's the name of it. So Dalesport, the Dalles is a big jut of land from that side that comes closer to this side, kind of a narrower spot.
checked the weather for this area shortly after entering Oregon, and it was supposed to be beautiful all day. But sure enough, after passing the Dales area, the sky started to get cloudy and rain started to fall. We checked the forecast again, and it had completely changed. Now they were predicting heavy rain for the area throughout the night. So instead of camping, we started to look for a hotel. We were able to find one about 40 miles away in the little town of Cascade Locks.
You see the top up here?
Yeah. How dark it is.
Yeah.
You're gonna go 1.1 miles straight ahead. Check in, lobby, check in. Oh, how pretty.
Talking about the tree or the shack in front of us?
The tree.
Oh, okay.
That is gorgeous.
It is.
I'm gonna take a picture and send my sister.
We got cleaned up and headed just down the street to Thunder Island Brewing, which has a great view of Bridge of the Gods from their balcony. It was pouring rain though while we were there, so this picture was taken a little while later just down the street. Bridge of the Gods is a toll bridge over the Columbia River with a great view. The toll is only $2 and it helps to pay for the maintenance of the bridge. We paid our $2, drove across, and went down to the little town of Stevenson to Walking Man Brewing, and had a couple beers before we headed back to the hotel. Walking Man has an awesome outdoor covered patio. The next day, we had a lot more highway driving to do, and we needed to stop for an oil change. So we just turned off the camera and pushed on. There wasn't all that much to see until we got closer to Packwood and Mount Rainier. In the little town of Ashford, we came across the fanciest pit toilet we have ever seen, and this sign, which let us know that we are definitely not in Indiana anymore. In the next video, we explore Mount Rainier while we wait for the bride and groom to arrive.